In today's video, we're taking a look at how to install a GFCI with LED lights, easy and simple. It's so easy, anyone could do everything that we use on the video. We're going to leave a link on the description. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe. That does help us out a lot. Thank you. So you woke up today in the middle of the night. You championed your way through the trail of your home towards the bathroom, but by the pain on your toes, even though you got first lick by kicking every corner of every wall before the opponent can't even know what hit them. And this is all meanwhile you're barely awake and on your way to the throne. It seems your toes don't like that strategy. Don't worry, here at the StatUpBox team, we've got your back. It may be daytime here and we're fully awake, but a back is a back. The first thing that you want to do is locate your home. Second, you want to locate the correct outlet, because the last thing you want is halfway through the job noticing you're replacing an outdoor one. Now that we gotten the important data points out the way, we're ready for the first step. And the first thing that you want to do is turn off the breaker for that particular outlet, because the last thing you want on a clear sunny day is to die. Once we survived another day, we can always verify this using a non-contact voltage detector or outlet tester, and if none of them light up like a Christmas tree, we're ready for the next step. We're gonna go ahead and remove the faceplate, but before we rip all the paint out the wall, we want to score all around the plate. Using a utility knife or a box cutter is the way to go. You can even use the point of your flathead screwdriver as another option. We go ahead and remove the screws that hold the plate in place. Always remember the ancient technique passed down generation to generation of lefty loosey, righty tighty. And because we can't respawn on this game, we're gonna retest to see if there's no electricity on our work area. Now we're gonna go ahead and remove the screws that hold the outlet in place. And this technique works for installing a new one, also for replacing a GFCI switch with this one, or even if you have a regular outlet and you want to upgrade to GFCI outlet, the technique will be the same. Now that we remove the screws, we can go ahead and pull out the outlet. And because we notice more cables inside the box, a third test is not a bad idea. The last thing you want is a barbecue smell without having any grills out. Now comes the most important part of the whole video. We can take a picture, we can write down where each cable goes, or remember with your beautiful strong mind, because at the end of the day, what we're gonna do is just copy the way our old outlet is connected. So we're gonna have 3 wires. In this particular case, one is white, one is black, and then there's the sexy naked wire, which is the ground. We're gonna loosen the screws to remove them. In some cases, they may be twisted around the screw. You might have to use a needle nose plier. So once you loosen the screw, bend the wire and remove it. Just like we had to do with the green wire, the ground. In this case, we noticed that the wires are a little bit longer than we like, and depending on the application, usually ½ inch to a maximum of 1 inch is suffice for most applications. But always remember, this is going to depend on your rules, codes, regulations of your town, city, or country where the job is getting completed at. So in our case, we want to cut them to ½ inch using a wire stripper cutter device. We'll leave links in the description. We don't have to do this to the ground wire, but because of all the bends and because we have enough of it, we're just gonna cut off that part to work with a cleaner wire. Remember, this is optional. Now we're ready for the installation process. In our case, the black wire is our live wire. We're gonna go ahead and insert it on the gold screw. We want to make sure that the rubber does not get tightened with the plate, and once tightened, we want to make sure and give it a little pull to make sure that it's not loose. If you don't know which is the live wire, you can always use a non-contact voltage detector by turning on the breaker, placing it on one of the 2 wires until a beeping signal. Always remember to use caution, make sure that the wires are not touching each other or anything, and also remember not to touch the wire because you want to live another day. You can also use a voltage meter as well. Now we're ready for our white wire. We're going to go ahead and place this on the silver plated screw, and this is our non-live wire. As you can see with this one that we did not previously cut is too long, so we're going to go ahead and cut it to size. We're going to use the same technique of inserting and then tightening, then pulling to verify that everything is tight. Now we can go ahead and install our ground wire. We're gonna go ahead and straighten it using our needle nose plier, using the same technique as before. We insert it, and then remembering the ancient technique passed down generation to generation of lefty loosey, righty tighty. Now comes the part of the video where you show the world your dancing skills. You're gonna wiggle your body side to side as you wiggle the outlet in place. Once we have the outlet in the box, we're gonna hold it in place and then bring our screws to the party and insert them. We like using the ping pong method, a little bit on the top, a little screwing on the bottom, and we have yourself a party. And remember, once you feel it tight, that's good enough. You don't want to over tighten, then when you place the plate, it won't sit flat on the surface. Now we're basically going to reverse engineer our way to glory. And because we already had a GFCI outlet, we can reuse the same plate as before. If you had a regular outlet, you might need to purchase a GFCI outlet plate for the new install. Or if in your case, the GFCI outlet that you purchased did not come with a plate, we'll also leave links in the description. And remember, we don't want to over tighten the screws because the last thing you want after all this work is to crack the plate. And now you've done it. You leveled up one more time. No more kicking the walls to get to the bathroom, even though that you might do it now, but just for fun. You can pat yourself on the back for a job well done. Don't forget, if you liked the video, please give us a thumbs up. That really helps. If you have any questions, place them in the comment section below. Either someone on the StatUpBox team or someone on the YouTube community can help you out with an answer. Don't forget to subscribe, follow us on social media. Thank you for watching, and here's a link to our latest video.